Burning Bowl Sunday is one of my very, very favorites. I love ritual. And this is ritual. And this is going deep into that part of us that is not thinking, it's feeling, releasing, and creating space to begin again. Now, I don't know about you, how many times you've moved in your life. I've moved 17 times. And I've had to let go, trust me. All across the country, back and forth and around and about. And I've had small apartments. I've had basement apartments. I've had beautiful big apartments. I've had houses. Paul had built a house we lived in. We've lived on top of a almost mountain in Lake Oswego. I've moved. And I've had to watch that cycle of wanting to hold on. Anyone else have that? Oh, good. 2 people were willing to raise their hands, but there were quite a few nods. So letting go is not, I don't know, I didn't take a class in it, did you? No one taught me how to let go. Ed and Kurt are moving a long way away, and Ed said to me last week, whoa, I've been letting go. They're moving to Europe, so they're really letting go. So as we come to a place of releasing, today we're not talking about the physical things, we're talking about the inner things, and I think that's even harder to let go of attachment, of grievance, of frustration, and to create a forgiving heart. Now, forgiveness is a part of what unity teaches. One of my first experiences with unity was Catherine Ponder, our incredible unity prosperity teacher. And I was coming out of college, getting my first job. And I had been attending a unity ministry for a couple of years in YOU, graduated from college, and I was getting married and getting my first job. And someone gave me a Catherine Ponder book, and it was on forgiveness. I went, no, I'm getting a job. I don't need to do any forgiveness. And then I opened the book, and it said, you have to let go of the past if you want to step into the new. Okay, I'm willing. So Catherine Ponder was my first teacher about letting go and making room, and especially for prosperity. Now, a lot of us walk around saying, I don't have enough. I won't ask for you to raise your hand. I don't have enough food or friends, or and really in our society today and in this group of people, it's small things. We do have enough food. We do have housing. We do have the necessities. But then there's those things we want. And we want to change. Anyone here want to change something in your life? There's 3, 10, 12. Okay, I'm in the right place. So today is about letting go. I looked up Charles Fillmore, our co-founder of Unity. We used to call him Papa Charlie. I mean, I never met him. He had passed on by the time I was in ministerial school. Papa Charlie said, to release, lay it down. Drop it. Drop it. Let go. To release, lay it down. Drop it. Let it go. How many of us have hands clenched like this? I'm not gonna let that go. I got long fingernails, it hurts. I went on to look up Jean Houston. I don't know how many of you remember, such a wonderful teacher. She actually, I think, still lives in Eugene, and I've had workshops with her, read her books, and she talks about the winter solstice and this time of darkness, and it's pretty dark today. In this time of darkness, we are reminded that we have to let go so when the light returns, at least in the hemisphere we're living in, we can plant new seeds. Is this our time in the darkness to be willing to lay it down, to let it go, to move on? And she talks about the ritualistic philosophy, psychologically, as well as metaphysically. We are moving beyond what has been. And the season of change, this time of changing seasons is ancient. This is way before Christianity or Judaism, all thousands and thousands of years. People have been creating fire and releasing and letting go. I also looked up Brené Brown. Anyone a reader of Brené? I love Brené Brown. So Brené Brown reminds us that in order, now, first of all, I want to tag this. I read her first book, and when I read that she got her PhD in vulnerability, I went, okay, this woman's for me. Wow, can you imagine a PhD in what she had to go through? I'm just amazed. And in one of her last books that I read, she talks about change. And she says, in order to cross the bridge, we don't bring the past hurts, frustrations, disappointments with us. How many of you have brought, up until this moment, the past disappointments, frustrations, hurts, resentments? I could go on and on. And could today be the day that we cross the bridge and we leave it right here? Could today be the day? Maybe just 3 things. You remember you have a little piece of paper. When I first started out in ministry, we'd give a whole piece of paper, and then people wrote their book. So we're down to a little piece of paper. Now that little piece of paper, you can get just highlights, just little words. So remembering that if we want to go really fully into the new, if we really want to manifest, I love that word. Do you like that word? Manifest. Co-create with the universe. Express the divine energy that is in you, waiting. I love the spark in that opening segment. I was saying the divine spark. You sparkle, or you hide it. And we hide it with those disappointments, those fears, those resentments. I know best. Just ask me. I know that's no one in here. But if it was true, if you did think you were right, what would it be to give up being right? I love being right. Do you love being right? Even when I'm not right, I love being right. So what does it feel like to leave being right? I don't have to take that across into my new year. I can be right sometimes. I could just be right sometimes. Or really get rid of the word right. I could co-create. I could work together. I could do my best. Now, the real wake-up call for me today, actually it was last night, I looked up on my bookcase, and there's radical forgiveness. Whoa. This is big work. This is big work. Now, this is my 3rd copy. I've been working on forgiveness a long time. And Colin Tipping, I think, does the very best job of looking at forgiveness. Now, forgiveness is about us, not about the other person. Dang. It's really not about them at all. It's about me or you holding on to something that happened, words that were spoken, feelings that were felt. Would you agree? So when he describes radical forgiveness, I am on the edge of my seat. So I've marked a couple pages. Glasses. He talks about radical forgiveness is different from traditional forgiveness because it is rooted in the metaphysical reality of the world of spirit, that which I call the world of divine truth. This makes the distinction between radical and traditional forgiveness very clear, because we can see now that in each case we look through a completely different lens. Yes? We're not looking through the traditional right and wrong. We're looking through the divine lens. But we should not fall in the trap of thinking it is in the terms of either or. It is both. We are both. We talked about this last week. We are 100% divine and 100% human, as was Jesus. It is a both and situation. This is because we live with one foot in each world, since we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and can therefore reference situations through either lens or both lenses at the same time. While being fully grounded in the world of humanity, we remain connected to the world of divine truth. The world of humanity and the world of divine truth represents two ends, now I find this fascinating, stay with me, of a vibrational scale. A vibrational scale. When we vibrate at a low frequency, our bodies become dense and exist only in the world of humanity. When we vibrate at a high level, what makes our bodies become lighter, we exist also in the world of divine truth. And he has graphs in here. So when we are related through the traditional forgiveness mode, if you will, we are saying, well, that man, he couldn't help himself because he wasn't raised in a loving home. Anyone ever use that kind of? Mm-hmm. Or that isn't really true because that person didn't have the luxuries or the education I had. So that is the traditional way. It's got a hook on it. So I really didn't forgive you. I just kind of, sort of. Because you don't have the things I have. That is not forgiveness. No. Has anyone ever done that? Yeah. Wake up call. Wake up call. So if I use divine forgiveness, I say, I don't judge. I just give it up right then and there. Wow. I don't judge. Takes it all away. Doesn't matter his background or her background or their experience or why they did it. I don't judge. Be still my heart. Is that a leap? That's a leap. That is a leap. And it's a great leap. And we cross the bridge. Our hearts are open and loving and sharing and full of wisdom. I don't judge. Now, I think many of us would say we were taught to judge with a Christian twitch. Little love your neighbor, kind of, sort of. If they look like you, they act like you, and they might like you. Yeah. Just feel the freedom in your heart. What it feels like not to judge. You would have so much energy, so much up here to work with, to create, to enjoy, if we weren't spending our time on them. It's not about them. It's about my perception of them. That's why I've judged them. Okay, deep breath, deep breath. Would I be willing is the question. Would we be willing to step over a bridge or a walkway or a stage, wherever we're going? Would we be willing not to judge? It's a habit. It's a habit. It's more than a habit. It's clinging. It's clinging to right and wrong. And who am I to say what's right or wrong? Well, let me tell you, I could tell you how I'm right. I could go on and on up here. However, are we ready to let go? I am. Now, if you're like me, tomorrow, I might not. Because it just might creep in. Is it creep in? Mm-hmm. Just, mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I get to wake up again. And again, and again. What? We're going to go into our prayer time now. And we're going to have the opportunity to really, really feel that energy and ask myself, am I ready? Am I willing? Am I willing to look at it? Am I willing to think about it? And would I be willing to shift, to reframe? I love that word. It's like you have a picture for years and years, and then finally one day you look and go, that needs a new frame. And you buy a new frame, and it looks entirely different. Clay agrees, and that's always the best. So I'm going to invite you just to wiggle around in your chair, shrug your shoulders. I like to tap Mother Earth, remind myself I'm grounded in the energy of today. Now you notice I have my hand on my hip, so there's still a little part of me that's going, I'm not sure. So we just let that energy of love in you that acts as you on behalf of you, gives you the freedom of letting go of judgment, letting go of fear, and trusting that the divine in you is guiding and leading you every step of the way. And you remove that outer attention and you focus on your inner attention within. And you listen. Asking yourself, what am I willing to let go of today? What am I willing to reframe today? The divine in me is calling me forward. Just keep relaxing, letting go. letting go. And if anything comes to your mind, you can pick up that little piece of paper and you can write it down. And if we need to get pens or anything, raise your hand. There's usually a pen on the back of the chair in front of you. I let go. I let go. Right here, we need a pen. Right here. We have several people that are needing pens. Thank you. Paper? Right on the paper. We need another paper. A pen. Twyla, would you help? Anyone else need paper? Right here. You have paper. No pen. Okay, bring your focus back. Anyone, you have paper and pen. Anything you need. Close your eyes again. Go back into that place. Just feel a sense of emptiness. I let it go. I let that go. Whatever it is, doesn't matter to anyone else in the world but you. And when you have completed that, you can come to the burning bowl. I'm going to ask you to make a line coming up here, and you get an angel card. So you're going to come up, light, and let go. We did it. We did it. Yes. Oh, thank you, Clay. Thank you. Thank you. Ah. Any feelings of 10 pounds lighter? Oh, it was up here, wasn't it? We let it go up here. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Well, Victoria Lee got resilience. There you go.